Back in June of 1997, rock climbers found the remains of a woman in an area near Peavine Mountain. While investigators determined the homicide victim was between 35 and 40 years of age, they had no name or identification. The remains were kept at Washoe County's medical examiners for years. Recently, though, Washoe County's medical examiner decided to send that DNA and the DNA of 9 other homicide cold cases to Anthem Inc. The company specializes in a relatively new science called Forensic Genetic Genealogy.
It's a discipline that takes genetic information and matches it up with the field of genealogy to try and identify people who may be related to individuals who have submitted their genetic information online.
The process takes months, but the company was able to identify the family lines for the woman found in 1997. Dr. Knight says with local phone calls and the FBI able to match a name with fingerprints taken at the time of autopsy, 41-year-old Lorena Gail Mosley was finally identified.
It's incredible to be able to do this work actually and to give a person the dignity of dying with their name and also to let their family know what happened to them. In these cases, there are children and parents and siblings whose loved one disappeared. They have no idea what happened to them.
Knight says law enforcement now has more information to tap into for this cold case. The forensic genetic genealogy is not a science unto itself, though. It is another tool in the toolbox to help identify victims. Dr. Knight says what was documented or collected during an original autopsy years before is another piece of the puzzle. Family members have had to participate in a genealogy program which shares the information with law enforcement. And after decades, are there family members who can answer questions about a missing loved one? Dr. Knight says while the technology helps families find closure, it also gives law enforcement a jumping-off point to solve decades-old homicides.